What up, people? So today we're going to get started. I'm going to be doing a brief training on Energy 101, just understanding the energy industry, how to look at a bill, how to read an energy bill, and how to understand an energy bill. So I'm going to jump right into it. It won't be long. I'm going to simplify this, what is known to be a simple, I guess, a difficult process, but I'm going to make it really simple for you today. So let's get started with Energy 101. So, what's the difference between a TDSP and an REP? First of all, the TDSP is the delivery company that actually provides the electricity and delivers the power to the house. They handle all the emergencies, the outages, they maintain the wires and the poles. If your energy goes out, I know you simply would call the company that you're with, but the person that's really going to handle it is the TDSP. In Texas, in some areas, for the sake of this example, I'm going to say Encore would be the person that you would call. Encore is also the company that provides the what's called ESID. That's kind of like the social security number for that specific address. It helps you identify your specific address, and it can't be mixed up with another address. Now, the REP stands for the Retail Electricity Provider. This is the billing company, the company that actually sends you the bill in the mail. That's the company that charges you the fees. They put the plans together. They hold the contract between the client and the customer, as well as they create all the different products to attract people to use them as a REP, a billing company over another company in particular. So the REP is essentially who you work directly with. The TDSP is the delivery company, the company that actually provides the service to the home. Hope that simplifies it. So never represent yourself as the TDSP because you work directly with the REP, the Retail Electricity Provider. Now, pricing. I broke it down in a simpler formula so you can understand how pricing works for electricity. And it's simply based on these three things. Number one is your energy charge, which is A, plus B, your delivery charge. For this example, we're using Encore as a delivery provider, plus C, which is your fees or fee. Now, that could be broken down into three, all of these fees, which is a base charge, which you probably normally see on an electricity bill, a minimum usage charge, or customer care charge. These are what's called non-energy charges, which means they have nothing to do with electricity. This is just another way for the REP to generate revenue off on the bill. So these total fees or charges on a bill actually produce what's called your total monthly bill. So A plus B plus C equals your total monthly bill. Now, that should, I guess, simplified in a nutshell. So what is the REP responsible for? They are responsible for A, the energy charge, and C, the non-energy charges. They apply those two. They have control over those two. They have no control over the TDSP charge, which is the delivery charge. Whatever they pay for it, they just pass that fee on to the customer. Go to the next phase. Now, reading and understanding a bill is important. So for the sake of this example here, all right, I'm going to go over kilowatt usage. That is the total amount of kilowatts that is being used inside of the house. You got to be able to identify that. You also want to be able to identify what the total monthly charges is, right? How much the total fees is. You look down here, that's 128.64. The kilowatt usage is 921. And any additional fees for this example, the additional fee would be the base charge for $495. The energy charge for this example is a 0.8 cents, so it'll be 8.8 cents per kilowatt that this customer is actually paying on this example. Now, you have to be able to look at a bill and identify these things if you have a bill available. It's really easy to, I guess, explain to a customer the difference between the plan that you're offering them versus the plan that they have when you have a bill available. But not all the time will a customer be able to pull up a bill. So you got to work with what you got, right? But if you do have a bill, it's easy to understand and it's a more accurate way of communicating what the customer could expect to see on their new bill. So the next thing is what's called an EFL. This is like the nutrition facts label on the back of a cereal box, but it's for electricity. With the electricity facts label, it's designed to give the customer a more accurate, informed decision so they can compare what they can expect to see on their bill every single month. These where all the fees are spelled out that's actually in that electricity plan. So number one, they can calculate what their average cost would be per kilowatt. They can see, number one, also the breakdown of fees. So you see here, there's a minimum usage fee. Lets them know that the minimum usage fee applies to per billing cycle if they use less than 800 kilowatts. If they use over 800 kilowatts, then they don't have a minimum usage fee. It goes over the energy charge, what the average energy charge is. This is what the REP is charging them for the energy, right? And that's a 5.5 cents. And notice here, for this example, CenterPoint is the delivery company, which is the TDSP, and they charge $5.47 per month, plus an additional 3.8 cents per kilowatt usage. And that's that total usage that they use for the house. So when you add all those fees up, like we did in the previous example, the energy charge plus the delivery charges plus additional fees, that gives you what's called your average cost per kilowatt that's used for that particular customer. Then it breaks down here the contract term and how long it is. The customer decides to cancel, how much applies. It says it's $150. But notice here it says that this fee does not apply if the customer moves and can provide a forwarding address and other evidence that may be requested to verify the customer moved. So for customers in a contract and they have a forwarding address to move, to ship their final bill to have their final bill mailed, then that early termination fee is waived, which most people don't know. So that's a really cool fact that you should know and understand when dealing with electricity. But the EFL will always give you the details of the plan and help you choose the right plan according to what this is. And never just go off with the rate that they tell you up front. Always check the EFL. And when you compare apples to apples with the EFL, it'll let you know which plan is better. So the formula for success. This formula is what I use to help people identify their cost for electricity, and that's even if I don't have a bill. If I can get their total bill, right, and divide that by their total usage, it'll give me what's called my all-in rate. And the all-in rate means it includes the energy charge, the base charge, and the TDSP fees or encore delivery fees that's included. So I would take basically the number 128 and I would divide that number by the total kilowatt usage, which is 921, and that should equal this rate right here of a 13.6. Now, when you do that, it could be like a 13.9, 13.8, but it's gonna fall right in the category of what this number appears here on the bill. Now notice where it says energy charge, customers think that this is what they're actually paying for in their energy, but the actual charge that they pay after fees, bells, whistles is the average of 13.6 cents per kilowatt. So that's very, very important to be able to identify for a customer, because half the time customers don't even see nor look nor read that portion of the bill, they just pay it. All right, so now the formula for success. Now, how do you determine what your bill would be for a customer? So let's just say your all-in rate for that customer is a 10.5. Now, would you type it as 10 cents, 0.5? No, you would type it as this 0.105 cents times the amount of kilowatts that they use that particular month. I'm gonna go backwards with 921, and then that would produce what we call their new bill with you, or the expected amount that they can expect to see if they would have been using electricity with you for that month. So this has been a brief training but simplified tutorial on just understanding energy, how to calculate the rate, how to identify what the customer's new bill would potentially be based on the numbers that they've provided with you on their bill, and how to read an EFL to know what's actually included in the plan, the fees, the delivery charges, and the energy charge. So a couple of qualifying questions to wrap this all up. When I'm asking for a customer, I always ask them about the electricity bill, whether I'm in front of them over the phone with them, or if I'm at their door, I already know whether it's a house or apartment. But if I'm not in front of them or I'm talking with them over the phone, my question is this for a house or an apartment? Right? I want to know that immediately, because if I can identify if it's for a house and apartment, that can kind of let me know what kind of customer I can expect, to know what kind of plan I can recommend for them based on how much energy that they will be using. Apartments generally use less electricity than houses in some cases, but not all cases. Next question is, how much was your last month's bill? Now, I'm generally asking this question for two reasons. Number one, to find out, do they even look at the bill? Number two, to find out if they actually pay the bill or someone else is the decision maker. And number three, to find out if they are on auto bill pay, because some customers just set up on auto bill pay and they just, let the bill get paid every single month. They don't really look at it, right? And I'm sure the electricity company loves that, but that means also the customer can be overpaying for electricity and they may not know. Another question I ask here is, do you receive weekly usage emails, or do you have an app that you can log in? This is an important question, because if they don't have a physical bill, but they get the weekly usage email, you can find out what their weekly usage is and give them an estimate of how much they're using and how much their bill would be based on what they're currently using right now. And if they have the app that you can log in, which is even more amazing, you can have them to log into the app right there, pull up their bill, and you can break down what their energy charges, what their fees are, as well as how much they're using, so you can give them a more accurate estimate or average what they are looking at paying when they switch their electricity. So that's all I got for you. Hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly, but I'll also be posting more videos on how to understand energy or electricity. But everything that I just went over in a nutshell would actually be everything that you would need to understand electricity. So I definitely appreciate it. Till next time, have a great day.